of the Council of Europe that I finally have the immense honor, pleasure, and privilege of announcing the name of the Vaclav Havel Human Rights Prize laureate for 2025. The prize is awarded to Mr. Maxim Butkevich, and I want to congratulate you, Maxim, for this. We will go in front. I'll give you first the prize. Say a few words.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, friends. 1 year ago, on this very date, I was in Russian captivity in a penal colony on the Ukrainian territory, its part occupied by Russia. I was sentenced by the Russian so-called court on fabricated charges to 13 years of imprisonment of harsh regime. At that time, standing here in the Council of Europe, in the Palace of Europe in Strasbourg, receiving this award, addressing you, would be just a dream. Currently, it is a reality, and it is a great honor to be here today, and even greatest honor to receive this award, which means so much to me and to all of us. In the short list of Vaclav Havel's Prize this year, I am in the company of two incredibly brave colleagues, Mzia Amaglobeli and Ulvi Hasenli, who defend freedom of speech, freedom of expression, independent thought, and who are subjected to repression by authoritarian regime. And I sincerely hope that they are released as soon as possible. The fact that I'm standing here is also a promise that everyone who is currently in Russian captivity, as well as in jails of authoritarian regimes, will be set free. I dare to say that I participate in this ceremony and I receive this honorable award not only in my personal capacity, but on behalf of Ukrainian prisoners of war and civilians illegally detained by Russia, all those deprived of their liberty, subjected to torture, inhuman and degrading treatment, injured, raped, or imprisoned by Russian occupiers, all my colleagues, fellow journalists who are deprived of their liberty in authoritarian regimes' attempts to silence free media and free speech. I'm often asked if captivity disillusioned me about human rights, that human rights institutions did not prevent or influence my detention, absurd conviction, physical and psychological pressure, or a verdict based upon a confession extracted under duress. I always say no. I am not disillusioned because I have been inside the system that does not value human rights. That means it does not value human dignity, human agency, or the ability of human beings to influence their present and their future. When one is deprived of something, one starts to understand how precious it is. Human rights, one has to face their absence to understand their value. They are not to be taken for granted. Human rights must be valued, treasured, protected, and defended if necessary. My brothers and sisters in arms in Ukraine are doing this right now, including at the front lines, by resisting Russian aggression and the ideology of the Russian world, an ideology that turns human beings into disposable material and puts the authoritarian state first. This is why defense of Ukraine, assistance to Ukraine, and victory of Ukraine will not belong to Ukraine alone. It will belong to all people who value human rights, dignity, and human agency, free speech, free expression, and freedom of media. Ukraine defends not only its territorial integrity, but also fundamental values. Our cooperation, freedom, and desire to live in mutual respect, with dignity, and without fear are based on these values. Using this opportunity, I call upon all of you. Please, do not forget Ukrainian prisoners of war. Do not forget Ukrainian civilians illegally detained by Russia. Ukrainian children illegally kidnapped by Russia. Do not forget all those who fight for freedom and dignity and are repressed and deprived of liberty in Europe or elsewhere. Please remember them, fight for their release, and help us defend the most fundamental things without which we cannot imagine our Europe, our future, nor our very humanity. Thank you. Glory to the heroes, glory to Ukraine.
You can stand by me. Wait here. Stay by me.